Amazon Flex, a side hustle where you drive your own car to deliver Amazon packages in your area for cash. You can pick what shifts you want to work at the cost of having 0 employee benefits.
In today's video, I'm going to show you the ins and the outs of the Amazon Flex side hustle, how to get started, and most importantly, how much money you can make doing it.
Before getting started with my first Flex block in a year, I needed to make space in my car because I drive a Corolla, and since I don't know how many packages I'll be picking up until I get there, I needed to clear my car out and make as much room as possible.
Now, the first thing I need to do is clean the mats inside my car, because if you can see in here, they're pretty dirty. This isn't as important. And you can see my trunk here is just full of dirt in the back, so I'm gonna be using some of this space for my Amazon packages. And I don't wanna be putting all their stuff on dirt, so let me clean these off.
So I hosed off the mats, got them looking nice and spiffy, and now that I had the empty car, I headed to the warehouse for the block that I accepted, which was a 3.5-hour block that starts at 5:30.
Bezos, I'm coming!
I'm 30 minutes away from the warehouse, so I left 45 minutes early, giving myself wiggle room in case of traffic since the warehouse is in the city.
I have no idea what's going on up here, but this traffic is super backed up. It is a good thing I left like 30 minutes early, because I would have been late.
I also noticed along the way that I got a tire pressure light, so I stopped to check my tires.
I don't even see which tire is flat. I felt all of them. I didn't bring my PSI tool with me, but I didn't see any nails or anything sharp in my tires. I'm gonna risk it because if I cancel this, it's really bad for like my ratings, just because it's so short notice, and my tires look fine. So I'm gonna do the check-in process, get everything in the car, and we'll be on our way.
And then I pulled up to the warehouse, and this is how the pickup process went. They asked me what time my block started.
Hey, how you doing? 5:30. Right side? Okay.
And then pulled me into a line where I waited 6 minutes, I'm assuming for the 5 o'clock drivers to finish loading. But when they finished, they called us up, they scanned my license and confirmed I was old enough to drive, and then told me which lane to go in at the dispatch up ahead. Everyone turns off their cars, and then an Amazon employee will bring you a route that is supposed to take the amount of time that you were given to complete. In this case, for me, it was a 3.5-hour route. So I scanned the route with my phone, scanned each of my 45 packages individually, and then put them away in my car. This part is what takes the longest. Scanning the packages is a little time consuming, but once you get the hang of it, you can get them all loaded in your car in less than 10 minutes.
Okay, so this route was 3.5 hours for $75.50. This is a flat rate, so if this takes me 2 hours or it takes me 5 hours, I'm still gonna make this $75.50. So I'm interested to see just how long it'll actually take, because if I can do it faster than what it thinks it'll take me, which it thinks it'll take me until 9 p.m., then my hourly rate essentially goes up. Also, I have 45 packages in this car, so I mean, this is full, my trunk is full. So the way I organized it is I have the packages that are going to be delivered first in my front seat, and this is about 10 deliveries right here. The next 10 deliveries I put here on the passenger side back seat. The reason for that is I can just reach, oh, here's number, what would this be? This is number 15, so makes it simple. So then I put package 20 through 30 on the rear driver side, and then 30 through 45 is all in my trunk. So simply put, I put the first deliveries close to arm's reach, and I put the last deliveries in the trunk. I hope that makes sense, but I think that's the best way to do it. I could be wrong. So anyways, I am 30 minutes away from my first drop off, so it's like, it's a little bit of a drive to get to that area, but then once I'm there, as you can see from this picture, basically all of my drop-offs are within maybe 5 miles. So once I get there, I just need to bust these out as quick as possible. Let's see if I can beat that 9 p.m. time they gave me. So far, time-wise, things are going really well. I've already delivered 11 of the 45 packages in just 30 minutes. And as you can see, I've completely cleared through the first little set of packages, so now it's all just in my back seat and trunk. I'm gonna keep going.
I followed my route in my phone and delivered the rest of the packages, and it was pretty nice because most of the customers lived only half a mile away from each other or less. Sometimes even on the same road or same apartment building. I did have a problem where I almost let my phone die because so much of my time was spent outside of the car, my car charger couldn't keep up. So next time I'll make sure to fully charge my phone before I go.
Last package right here, guys. It's also the heaviest one. I don't know what it is, but it is like 30 fucking pounds. All right, let's go drop it off. And you might be wondering what time it is, and the time time. It's only 8:09. So I finished that block 51 minutes early, and with all the extra time it took me to film for this video, if I was straight hustling off camera, I would have been like an hour and 15 minutes early. But I'm also 35 minutes away from the original warehouse that I picked up the route from, so to be completely fair, I would add that 35 minutes on top of my shift, because I do have to make that drive back. But even then, I'm still like 20 minutes earlier than that 9 p.m. time originally they gave me. I think I made out pretty good tonight. So originally I was gonna end the video here, but there's a lot more to flex than I realized. I keep seeing pictures like these floating around, $180 for 4.5 hours, $136 for 3.5 hours, $100 for 2 hours. And I'm like, how are people even getting these? But then I learned, I guess there's a consistent way to see these high-paying blocks. So these drivers will go and sit outside of a warehouse 10 to 15 minutes before the next block is supposed to start. Let's say it's like 5:30, they'll go at 5:15, and they just sit there and refresh the app. Because if Amazon needs more drivers, they'll send out these blocks right before they're supposed to start, like last minute, and they'll have crazy inflated pay. So I guess that's how these people are seeing blocks over $100. But I would have to be crazy to drive an hour round trip for the chance to maybe get an inflated block. So anyways, I'm out here 1/4 until 5, and I'm obviously right outside the warehouse. It's just right over there. So this feels kind of dirty just sitting out here, kind of just waiting to see if I get something with a higher pay. Especially knowing most of the people already there took the blocks at their base rate. If this works out, guys, this could be devious.
So here I just waited near the warehouse and refreshed over and over, and to my surprise, it was actually starting to work. The block went from 66 to 68, then to 72, then to 75. I was shocked something I saw on Reddit was actually true, but I wanted to see if it would go even higher, and it did, hitting $86. And then...
No! No! Are you kidding me, bro? Fuck, dude. So I think blocks over $100 are pretty rare. I don't see them very often. Maybe it's because I'm new. Maybe they're only that high during bad weather and the holidays. But the strategy, it does work. Checking the Flex app 30 minutes before the next block is supposed to start will result in seeing orders with slightly higher base pay, like this $79 block I got tonight. And if on one night there are these really high paying blocks available, this would be the same strategy you would use to get them.
Here we go! That looks so disorganized.
So even though I couldn't get a $100 block, I accepted this anyways. But for this block, I focused less on filming and more on speed to get a real example for how quickly you can complete a 3.5 hour block if you're really locked in. And the results were shocking.
Last package right here, guys. I've made incredible time today.
I finished all 46 deliveries in the route at 7:01 p.m., 2 hours after arriving at the warehouse, which is an hour and a half early.
And before this video ends, let me show you the last type of delivery you'll see on Amazon Flex, which is for the Whole Foods behind me. So Amazon has partnered with Whole Foods through Amazon Fresh. So this is basically grocery delivery. I accepted this instant offer at $33. It says $33 to $45 because the $45 includes the expected tip. So let me show you how these work.
These Whole Foods deliveries are really easy. The store has shelves with numbers that you pick up groceries from by looking for the matching numbers in your app. You still scan each item like you do the warehouse orders, you load up your car, and you deliver them like normal.
So the benefit of these Whole Foods orders is that they're significantly less to deliver. So you see how this name on there, it says GRU? So that's just like a code name for the customer, and all the bags for that specific customer are going to have the name GRU on them. My second customer, all of their bags say heavy on them, and everything in the trunk says guard on it. This makes it really easy to organize these orders, and I only have 3 customers, but they're gonna live a little bit farther apart than they would on the warehouse orders. Less customers, more driving. Let's see how long this actually takes for this $33 plus tips.
I busted out the first 2 drop-offs in 15 minutes, but I didn't realize that my last customer lived over 30 minutes away.
It's going to fucking Springfield.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
All right, let's do this.
The 30-minute drive to my last customer was unfortunate because I had to make the full drive back unpaid.
So including the drive back to that Whole Foods, this will have taken 2 hours for the $33 in base plus tips. I think those tips take 24 hours to come in, but Amazon seems to think that it's gonna equate to about $12. When those tips come in, I'll let you know.
One day later.
Okay, so now it's 2 p.m. the next day, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh it. Okay, and you can see right there I got $30 in tips, which was a lot higher than it actually had said. The estimate was $12 in tips. So for that instant offer, I made $63 in 2 hours. So that means from my 2 warehouse blocks and my instant offer from Whole Foods, I made $217.50 for 8 hours. 8 hours including all of the driving back as well. That's $27.18 per hour. Round trip, I drove a total of 243 miles, but I'm also in the minority of Amazon Flex drivers as my closest warehouse is 20 miles away, so if you live closer to yours, you wouldn't be putting in 40 extra miles per block. That's gonna do it for this video. I have another block that's scheduled for today, and this next upcoming week, I'm gonna be doing more Amazon Flex, so stay tuned for more content. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.